The body feint is one of the most simple but effective ways to beat a defender. And although there are many types of body feints, it's not so much about which you choose, but how you do it. And today I'm going to share 5 tips to improve your body feints. So the body feint is using a movement of the body to deceive the defender without even touching the ball. So we want to make sure we're light on our feet so that we can be in a more agile position to really convince the defender we're moving in one direction. So the first tip is being on the balls of your feet and having a slight bend in your knees so you can be more explosive with your movements. The second tip is to lean in the direction that you want to fake the defender into going. When we lean in a certain direction, that shows the defender that we're about to make a movement. Anytime we sprint, it's usually our chest or our body that moves first before our feet. So if we can actually lean in that direction, it's really going to sell the movement and unbalance them. The third tip is to actually move body parts in order to really convince that defender. So if we can move different parts of our body as we lean in that direction, it's just going to commit that defender to think that's where we're going. So we can drop the shoulder, we can bend the knee, we can do a slight movement in the foot, but the more we move, the more it's going to get the defender on the move as well. So make sure you're dropping the shoulder, dropping the knee, and then exploding in the opposite direction. Tip 4 is keeping your foot as close to the ball as possible when you're making your movement. You're trying to convince the defender you're taking the ball with you when you make your move. If we're really far away from the ball when we make our move, it's not going to convince smart defenders to think that's the way we're going. We want to keep our foot close to the ball so we could easily touch the ball if we had to. So as we're making our move, be really close to the ball and then step to the side of it. Really try to minimize that distance between your foot and the ball. And the last tip is make sure you have the defender and the ball in your peripheral vision so you can notice when the defender commits to one side so that you can accelerate away. And it is very important to accelerate because most defenders don't like to get beat. So if you do get past them, they're going to want to recover as quickly as possible. So after you've made your move and you've created the space, don't waste it, accelerate as quickly as possible to get away. So now that we've gotten some tips to master the body feint, let's look at 3 simple ones you can practice. So the first is the classic body feint. So what we do is we throw our foot to the side of the ball, but we make sure we keep our foot as close to that ball as possible to really convince the defender we're pushing the ball in that direction. Have a bend in our knee, drop in our shoulder, really sell the movement. Then we're already in a position to explode in the opposite direction. So then we use the outside of our opposite foot to push it 45 degrees and explode out all in one movement. The second body feint I like to call the hop. We're going to be on the ball and then we hop to the side of the ball. So one leg is off the ground, we hop laterally to the side and the emphasis is on our lean. If we lean to the side, that convinces the defender we're going in this direction, drop the shoulder, and then we're going to use the outside of our opposite foot to push it away. Players like Thiago and Neymar will also make a movement with their opposite leg to deceive the defender even more. So as they hop, it's a wiggle of the leg and then you push in the opposite direction. And the third body feint is the step across. This is where we step across the ball and make it seem like we're going to push the ball with the inside of our foot, and we're actually going to go in the opposite direction. So the key with this one is to keep your foot as close to the ball as possible, really convince that defender you're going to push the ball, then you step across. It's a bend in that same knee that you stepped across with, a drop in the shoulder, push the ball with the outside of that same foot, and explode away. So there's 5 tips to improve your body feints. And if you want to learn more body feints or other skills from us, you can check out the playlist down here. And before you go, make sure you subscribe to the Unisport channel by clicking the bubble up here. And for the latest and greatest football gear, check out unisportstore.com over here. But I'm 7MLC. Until next time, I'm out.